Welcome back to Bad Bad Bowling 101 with your boy Coach C. That's right, we moved over. Why? So we can do the comparison on the PBA Badger 48 feet with the Ion Max and the 2-0 Mercies. The Ion Max pinned down 45 by 5 by 35. The first Zero Mercy 75 by 5 by 40, and the second one is 55 by 4.5 by 35. We here, baby. We here to see if there's a big difference on this. Because on a house shot right here, we seen that there's a slight variation. Actually, it's a big one in strength and energy down lane and the ball turning the corner. So the question is, how are they going to be here? All of them are down, sanded down to 1,000 surface, right? Fresh. Nobody's used it. Nobody's touched it. So, and it's just lonely old me. So we're going to get the chance to see the ball reaction. Now, what am I going to do is I'm going to use each ball, and we're going to throw them up the gutter to see the reaction there, right? So I know a lot of you guys say on a house shot, we shake the lane. People that do reviews. Well, guess what? PBA Badger, I could play inside because it's 48 feet. Rule of thumb is Rule 31. Well, I don't care. Rule 31 out the window. We're just going to roll it up the gutter, okay? So let's take a look at the first one. And make sure that you guys are hitting the like button and subscribe. Oh, and check out badbadbowling101.com, please. The perfect fit, the SU, the targeting system that can help your accuracy and help your game all the way around. And the merch, it's all new. Go check it out. We got hats, leggings, hoodies. Hey, support the grind, right? This is the 75 by 5 by 40. This is the 55 by 4.5 by 35. And this is the granddaddy of them all. So I have 4 of these that I take for any situation. But if one of those want to make the bag, they got to push one of these out, right? So let's find out. So let's get everything together and let's go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so here's the deal, right? We're going to run these up the gutter. We're going to see how they look. And I think that's going to give us our best comparison. So let's see how they look. Flat 10. 10 pin. Not a bad look, but we can pick this up, right? Now, am I going to shoot the spares? No, because we're going to save on time since this is our second review with these same 3 balls. Now, here's the deal, right? So far, so good. Nice little look up the boundary. Red relative. It didn't read as early as I thought it should, but still look good coming off. Oh, look at that. We got us a mixer. No, I'm not going to cha-cha for you, but nevertheless, look. This is about getting and understanding what the balls are going to do, right? This is my way of playing a lane to let you guys see how they're going to shape because I think this gives us the biggest difference. So, this is also the 75 by 5. We're going to go 4, 4, and 4. Oh, I missed inside. Oh, and it held. Not bad, right? Okay, so far, so good. Now, remember, guys, you should be watching the shape. Now, I'm really impressed that that ball actually held that line. Super duper uber impressed. All right. Last one with this one, and then we're going to get into the other one. Well, not bad. Not great, but not bad. So, we're seeing how that looks. It's a little, as you tell, it was relatively cleanish through the front. It was pretty clean through the front. had a rather late start. You can see when the ball stood up. So I'm curious to see if this one, which is 4.5-inch pin, which is a little stronger, if it'll start up a little earlier, right? So let's find out. Didn't see that one coming. Nope, didn't see that one coming. So, what did you notice in that shot? What I noticed in that shot is the ball actually stood up a little earlier, read the lane a little earlier. So, the question then becomes, is that me or was that the ball? I'm going to say that was the ball, of course. Okay, that was a little bit better. What did I do different? Sped it up just a hair, but it still got higher than the 5-inch pin. All right, so really good shot. I think it's reading a touch earlier though. Let's get another look. Yeah, a touch earlier. And they say layouts don't matter. Well, on a sports shot, as you can see, layouts do matter, right? So what I'm gonna do is throw this last shot. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna throw the last shot from the same position. I'm gonna see how it looks. And after we go through the first time, then we're gonna make some adjustments. And from that point, we'll try to get some answers. Yeah. That one's stronger, biting sooner. Now, mind you, all of them got the same layout on it, so we're starting to get a little bit of answers here, right? So this one reads earlier. The 55 by 4.5 by 35 reads earlier than the other one, which is 75 by 5. The 75 by 5 gets longer. Gets longer, reads a little later. So now we're going to get into the Ion Max from the same exact spot, and let's see how this one looks. A little later. And this is the ball that I'll normally start with. And if I don't like the way it's looking getting to the pocket, then I'll get into the 3.5-inch pin or the 4.5-inch pin in practice, because they're going to dig in a little more than this one, just like that Zero Mercy. All right, let's get another look here. Okay, what happened there? I missed in on my target just a hair, and that makes a difference. Now, the first time through, I'm just rolling it, right? I'm just rolling it first time through. I'm not trying to line myself up by moving. I'm just rolling through just to let you guys see the difference in strength and how they're actually rolling through the lane. When they're starting up, how they're getting through the pin from where they're at. So I'm not making any adjustments yet. We'll make the adjustments on the second time through. All right, let's go. Woo-wee. Miss. All right, so 2 more shots. Some of you are like, Coach, why are you not going to make adjustments first round through? Well, why do that? I want you to see when the ball starts to stand up, the shape of the ball, And the only way you're going to get to see that is if I'm not adjusting. So you can see exactly what you need to see, right? So I got one more ball. And then we're going to go back through and then we're going to make some adjustments. All right, so one more shot. And then we can go to work. We're going to line up and go for score. And I hope you guys can see a difference right now before we make that change. All right. So now that we've thrown them all 4 times, now you've seen them all. Now let's make the adjustment. Let's get ready to score. Right? So now we're going to go back to the first one. And we're going to throw some shots. Let's line it up. And let's go for broke. All right? Now it's showtime. Here we go. Now we're going to bowl for score. Now we're going to make the simple adjustments. And we're going to try to do the best we can to score. I'm going to give each ball 5 shots. Or 4 shots. 4 or 5. If I get hot with a ball, I might give it a little more. If I'm not, I might, No, I'm just kidding. This is all about the ball. This is all about the shape. And this is all about PBA Badger. And how I perceive to throw it. Now, some people will throw it a little different than me. But it's not about just me. It's about how it's looking for you guys, the ball. Right? That's what it's about. It's about the ball, the ball, the ball. Because for those of you that compete, here you go. For those of you that's thinking about bowling tournaments, here you go. For those of you who are wondering, do layouts matter? Sure. Like right now, I'm standing on 13, right? Around 13. And I'm going to have to make a slight adjustment when using the others. Right? Slight adjustment with my feet when throwing the others. But here's the deal, right? No ball's perfect. And you get out of them what you expect, right? And this is going to be a little cleaner through the fronts than the other layout-wise, right? All right, so we got a couple more shots with this bad boy. And then we can get into the 4.5-inch pen, which is stronger. Okay, don't touch the one board. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. You touch the one board, you see it's going to go left. Why you say that? Because there ain't no oil on the one board. It's dry. It starts up a little sooner. All right, so, all righty. Whoo, no more one board. That one board, it did no oil out there. Don't do that. Okay, so one last shot with Zero Mercy 75 by 5. And let's get into the other one. All right, so now we're going to get into the stronger one. So the move is going to have to be just a slight different. Okay, so we're going to move a couple boards left for this one. All right, 45. 55 by 4.5 by 35. This one is stronger, so we're going to make a slight adjustment by moving a little bit left. Let's see if this works out the way we want it to. All right, so we moved a little bit left, and that looked good. I would like it to be just a hair further outside, just a hair, but that seemed to hold the line pretty good. So I might have a little bit of missed room to play with. But let's find out. This one digs in a little bit sooner. Yeah, that one digs in about 1.5 feet, 2 feet sooner than the other one does. So, yeah, layout matters. And I know in a lot of cases, all right, yeah, this one digs in, which gives us a little different look, right? So, layout does actually matter um, in this regard, because this one is definitely stronger. Earlier, stronger, which early and stronger means it's hooking closer to me and it's has less back end, right to left. So yeah, it's a big difference. Okay, so I think we got like what 2 more shots from here, and then we'll throw the eye on. And I just wanted you guys to see the difference between them. Trouble. I didn't think I was going to get that 9 pound. I thought it'd be too continuous, but it did nevertheless. Okay, so we got one more shot with this, then we'll get the Ion Max. And like I said, guys, I hope you're seeing a difference. So I hope you guys can see the difference between the 5-inch pin No Mercy and a 4.5-inch pin No Mercy, because it is actually a rather big difference for me. So I hope it shows up on cam. Because it's a big, huge, sweeping difference for me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get into the Ion Max. After we throw the Ion Max, that'll be it. I just want you guys to have a big look between them. And then let you see that I showed you the difference without lining up how strong they were. And then I'm showing you when you line up, how they look, when they're starting up, their shapes, and how they're getting through the pins, right? So it's on to the Ion Max time. All right, Ion Max time. Now, this ball's going to hook a little more. Sorry, I was interrupted. It happens sometimes, right? Especially when you're Coach C. So this ball, this cover, I'm going to say is so much stronger, right? Okay, maybe not so much stronger. I'm saying maybe a step up from the Mercies. So I'm going to have to make a little bit of move left than I was with the 4.5-inch pin Zero Mercy. Let's see if I'm right. Yep. Looks like I was right, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Because it's all about understanding the covers and what you're looking at. Now, the Zero Mercy's good, yeah, because you guys had an opportunity to see them, right? However, when it comes to strength, the Ion is the granddaddy of them all. Now, here's the catch. 22, right? The Jackal Onyx, I haven't compared to the Ion Max. But I know that there's 2 solids I would compare to the Ion Max's cover. One is the Roto Grip Gem. Like I was saying, the Ion Max's cover is so strong that only the Jackal Ghost and the Gem I deem will be strong enough to keep up with it. And just so you guys know, I made another small adjustment. I moved my feet another 2 and another 1 with my eyes left, just to make a small adjustment because I'm out. I started to see something. We got 2 more shots. We'll go ahead and end the video. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out badbadbowling101.com for the merch, the perfect fit, the SU. And if you need to, hit me up for a discount code on anything you need. I'll be more than happy to give you one, all right? Okay, so let's get 2 more of these shots, and then let's call it a day. And for those of you who have never seen me bowl in a sporty, yes, I can, and I prefer to bowl in a sports shot. It's more to my liking. I bowl, and then some people will say, well, Coach, why do you bowl on a house shot? Well, I get to bowl with my friends and chop it up with them. But it's tournament season's about to start for me. And I tell you what, I cannot wait for this. All right, so last shot of the day. Ion Max, 5-inch pen. You got to see the other ones. And that's how the last shot of the day goes, guys. I actually stood in the wrong position. Remember I told you I made a move where I went back to the other spot not thinking about the move that I just made? And this is what it cost me. These will cost you pins and anything, but we got to see both the Zero Mercies and the Ion Max. You make the decision of what you like, and you tell me what you think. Leave it in the comments. If you thought I threw it good, threw it bad, let me know. I'm Coach C. This is Bad Bad Bowling. Check out the Breakpoint. Check out badbadbowling101.com and hit me up for a discount. Have a great day.